Well, hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, so I'll never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to do readings for love, money, career, but we never really ask, how are you doing? So this reading is going to address that. So I'm only using one deck because I really love the simplicity that it lends to this reading. So as you can see, I shuffle the cards. I cannot control the cards that pop out for you, so it may not resonate with everyone. Please take what resonates and leave all the rest behind. And sometimes it may not make sense in this moment, but then suddenly a couple of weeks or months later it starts to make sense. So let's go and see what is coming out for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? Okay, that was an interesting bundle of cards that just popped out there. The energy was very interesting. If you're looking at it from my point of view, this is the future position. So I feel a lot of you are projecting forward right now. Definitely didn't go that direction, so you're not really focused too much on the past, especially since one of your final cards there is the Knight of Swords. So I definitely see that you are making some lifestyle changes that are going to benefit you long term for your future. But let's get the rest of the cards to see what pops out there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay. So they want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Okay, they want that one as well. So Page of Swords. Right, so normally I take 6 cards in this spread, but my guides asked me to take a 7th card for you there. I can see that there have been some difficult times. I can see that you've been tested quite a lot, and some of you are feeling a little bit dissatisfied. I mean, with the World card present, I feel like you've accomplished quite a lot. I feel like you've been on the go, really busy, but I feel like you're in the middle of closing out cycles in your life, which can be a very, very testing time. But I feel like you are almost like putting a new breath of fresh air through your life in some way, or you're about to enter that stage where things are going to get infinitely better for you, because change is hard. Okay, we all have to endure change. It's like a wave that's coming towards you. We cannot stop the waves of the sea, just like we cannot stop the events of life coming towards us. We learn to ride the wave, to surf the wave. Okay, and I feel like you've been learning to do that, especially as you are a water element. I really get this sense here that you've been learning to balance a lot of things in your life right now, doing a lot of multitasking. You're exhausted, okay? You've got a 10 of Swords there. Now, I will go to each card individually, but, you know, you've got so many swords here, so very cerebral time for you. Some of you may have felt, because you've been so exhausted, it's almost like, you know, when you're overtired, you can't sleep. It's almost like when you're so exhausted on a cellular level, both in terms of body and mind, you may have felt that it's hard to even process emotions, or you may feel that you've been slightly disassociated or detached, almost like sometimes you're looking at yourself just living life and you're like, okay, what else? There must be more to this. So I feel a lot of you are really trying to make some long-lasting changes in your life to bring a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more fun, and try to get the best out of life that you can possibly get. And I also see that a lot of you have been dealing with a lot of endings and new beginnings. Now, that doesn't just have to be in terms of relationships or friendships or love or career. It doesn't have to be in any of those areas, because this reading is all about you. It's not really about those aspects, not labels, as it were. So I feel this is about you really cutting things out that perhaps you have endured for quite some time, whether it's bad behavior from someone, whether it is a long-lasting lesson that you have been learning, because sometimes lessons, they come and they come and they come until such time as we finally learn that lesson. And what I see here is that you're moving on. You are currently in a monumental change of cycle, let's put it that way, because I feel something big is ending for you. Now, it could be, for some of you, it's like a monumental age that you are entering into. It could be, for some of you, that you're retiring. For some of you, it could be that you're moving to a new neighborhood, new country, new experiences. But whatever it is, I feel like change is afoot for you, and you're in charge of the changes. And these changes, for the long term, are going to be really beneficial for you and open you up to new ideas, to really being curious. And I feel, there's some really exciting things that break you out of feeling stuck. So let's get to the cards individually. We've got the Seven of Pentacles there. Now, this is your protagonist energy. Seven of Pentacles is a card where you are opening yourself up to new strategies in life. You may have felt a bit of a crossroads. You're on the right path towards accomplishing your goals. You've got the World card there, which means you're very goal-oriented and you're someone who is constantly moving forward. You don't like to move backwards. That's definitely present in your energy right now. But something feels like there's a missing ingredient that perhaps you're in search of right now. Now, this could be, as I said, more spontaneity, more fun. Some of you are actually trying to make a major decision in your life. Trust your intuition, because what I see here is that you are liberating yourself out of a period, really, of feeling a little bit stuck. But also, sometimes we second guess our intuition, or we second guess when we have to make a decision because we don't want to make the wrong move. But what we must experience in life and realize in life, that there's no right or wrong. There is only something that we feel with our heart in that moment. When, an idea or a move or just a thought, it sets your soul on fire, you know that that is the right move for you. But if you're ever sitting on the fence about something, basically it's saying it's not everything you want it to be. Now, of course, when you get a Seven of Pentacles, it's like, can I make it everything that I want it to be? And if the answer is no, or it feels like it's going to be a very long journey to get to where you want to go, long journeys are worth it, of course, but I feel looking at your cards, you're finding an easier way, or you're finding something that really sets your soul on fire and has all the ingredients that you want in life, rather than just choosing the safe route or the safe bet or something that will just do, okay? Because life is too short to just be like compromising all the time. Sometimes you need to have your own needs met. And I feel like right now you're in a period of reflecting, contemplating on, where you feel dissatisfied in your life, and developing things so that you can move forward and basically accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. This is the planning stages. So some of you are at that self-evaluation period where, you're nurturing yourself. You know that you need to input, develop and invest in yourself in order to move forward. But I feel that some of you may have been feeling almost like you're on autopilot. It just feels like same old thing, just a different day, and you want to break a cycle, and that's what I see you doing. The World card also indicates that, whatever stage you're at in your life right now, you're actually really successful. You've been showing up for you, you've been taking accountability, and I definitely see here you've been learning a lot of lessons. But the World card is also a card of moving into a new era in your life, setting new goals. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're thinking about emigrating, or where you feel like you belong in the world right now. Some of you may be making moves for the future, because I'm seeing a lot of projected future energy. Some of you may be trying to save money, for example, in order to either live off grid or be a little bit more in rural areas. Some of you may be wanting to move to the city, or maybe wanting to move to places where you feel like you truly belong. Because the World card, it really asks the question, where is my place in this world? So I feel right now you're tapping into that sense. But also the World card tells me that you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities and the right people in your life. You're attracting the right soul tribe into your life right now, and change is afoot. Okay. Now, also, the World card is a card of success. So, of course, I do see that there is a lot more accomplishment coming your way. I definitely see that you're focused on your tasks, responsibilities, and I feel like you're trying to almost like open yourself up to more. And I don't mean more like success. Of course, that is coming, but I feel more that you are trying to live a faster paced life, or let's put it this way, because I feel like you've been very busy. Let's put it that way. But I feel there's a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more sort of adventure that you've been yearning for. And I feel whatever it is that you are kind of, I'm being given an image in the water right now. It's like this big lump of clay. Okay. It's like you're molding it to how you feel or how you want it to be. I mean, for some of you, this could be that you're literally listening to this reading and you're molding clay. But I feel this is like, clay represents the earth, and it sort of represents something tangible on the physical plane. So right now it's like, what can I do? How can I be hands-on in my life and get the best out of it? How can I shape it or mold it into something I want to have in my life long term? Because if you think about molding a piece of clay, then you put it in a kiln and you fire it. That's almost like the passion, the excitement in life to make something stable. So I feel a lot of you are just thinking about that right now on a very cerebral level, because you are in the planning stages of making some major changes for your life. Now, this could be something that is really small. It could be something that is diet related, cutting things out that don't make you feel good, make you feel lethargic, so that you can have more energy, more focus during the day. Some of you may be going through like the menopause, because there is a cycle here. So you could be trying to find balance and trying to manage that, because I'm getting this energy of managing life right now so that you can actually try to get the best out of it that's possible. For some of you, you could be going through a divorce or a separation, and you're just trying to manage life on a different time frame now, or a different kind of energy, and you are looking at the outcome. I really feel like this freedom, okay, this liberation, whatever it is you're cutting out of your life right now, it's really positive, and intuitively you've been brought to this moment. Now, of course, I cannot ignore the fact that it is the World card. So a lot of you, of course, you're tapping into, because you are someone who has deep feeling, you're an empath, you're tapping into the energy of the world. And for some of you, you are a bit fearful, anxious, of course, absorbing perhaps news articles, if you still like watch mainstream news, but somehow, those slogans or the catchphrases, the clickbait, it always seems to find us, even if we're not searching it out. It seems to, in terms of algorithms, find us, and it may like give this sense of anxiety. So I feel some of you are kind of like trying to distance yourself from that sort of clickbait in order to quieten your mind. There is what I see. Page of Swords with the Knight of Swords, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords, along with the Three of Swords, because these are very powerful cards. I feel a lot of you are aware of how external circumstances, what you read, what you hear, what you ingest, how it affects your energy and how it can keep you feeling stuck. So I feel some of you are like cutting stuff away like that. And this could also be food, substances, people, environments. But the World card there, I feel like you're very curious about what's going on in the world. That's really important. We all have to be aware, but also do not allow fear to prevent you from living life, okay, is what is coming through there. Because I feel like you're in a really good position in life. I do see radical change happening here for you. And I feel, especially with the Tower energy, some people, they really fear a tower in the tarot, but actually this is to liberate you out of going round and round in circles on something, or even like free you from something that perhaps has been present in a continuous way. So repetitive cycles, the day-to-day stuff, the humdrum. It could also be that perhaps some of you are dealing with a shock, something that you have experienced already, because this is an energy that you're liberating. The Ten of Swords is in the resistance position because it's actually in the middle pile there. This means that something abruptly may have come to an end, and you've been healing that, especially with that Three of Swords, which is also in the reverse position. So this is to take stock of something that either hasn't been working or has been difficult or hard or exhausting. Whatever it is, I feel some of you have had that on your mind, and I feel like you're almost like having a change of thoughts or trying to control that inner critic so that you can have more control over your thoughts. Now, I feel there's an energy here of conquering your thoughts so that they are a little bit more positive and not sort of like making you feel trapped in any way, or even like limiting thoughts sometimes that can paralyze us when it comes to making a decision. I feel like you're conquering it, and I feel like you're overcoming it, and you're making great choices for yourself. So I feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right experiences, the right opportunities, and there are some wonderful things ahead for you. But I feel like you've been going through a lot. You've been dealing with this. You know, the Ten of Swords, I mean, for some of you, Ten of Swords could be like you're getting a bit of a headache because there's so much to do and so little time, and you're finding life at a faster pace right now, and you feel pushed and pulled in many different directions, and you're just trying to stay on top of things, especially if you're a parent, or, you know, if you're doing a couple of jobs, or, I mean, even if you're doing one demanding job, or even looking for a job, or even if you're retired and you're just trying to keep a pace or find your pace in a new world, new environment. If you've retired, for example, it could be that you've retired at a different time than your friends, and it's just about finding people that vibe with you at the same time as you until such time as your friends come up to retirement. So it just feels like you trying to find the pace for yourself in life right now, whether you're retired, in work, not in work, you know, a home help, a carer, whether you're a parent, whatever it is that you do in life, even if you just like left college, you know, it's like a brand new world and you're trying to find your place in it, and it's been hard, okay? Now, the Ten of Swords, it can also be like an epiphany, a sudden realization, especially when you get it with the Tower. Now, the Tower is a paradigm shift. It's almost like something, it could have been a thought. It doesn't have to have been an experience. It could have even been a thought, like a profound thought that's changed your mind on something or everything. And now it's all change, because I feel the winds of change happening around you right now, but it puts you in a position of control. It puts you in a position to weather any storms. It opens you up to new and interesting things. I feel a new era that is quite exciting is upon you, and you can feel the shift. I mean, for some of you, it could be if you've had a relationship that broke up and you've had a heartbreak and something was really painful, whether it was a divorce or a high-level commitment or a friendship or even a family relationship that broke down. I see some of you, you know, opening yourself up to new ways of expressing yourself, new ways of having a discourse, whether that's with yourself or with people. It's about expressing your needs in friendships and relationships and having yourself heard, okay? So I feel like you're letting go of a lot of stuff right now, and it may be sort of drawing up a lot of thoughts right now. And these could also be thoughts where you are trying to process the emotions. And for some of you, because, you know, you're a water element, you're very sensitive. And, you know, you could be feeling like extra sensitive for the last couple of months or even years. But what I see here is you trying to take stock of something and just observing it. You know, really like, it's almost like, because you have so many swords are of the mind, they're thoughts. So it's almost like you're trying to analyze it in order to change it. I mean, you've been through a lot, and I feel that, you know, you're a bit of a warrior of life right now, where you've been showing up for yourself, and there's been some tempestuous energy in your world, but I feel like you're conquering it. I feel like you're moving on from it, and some of you are trying to manage anxiety, stress levels, but I feel like you have a strength about you that is just going to quieten the inner critic, but also help you see that you are in a really good position to move forward in life. And, you know, it's almost like you go out to life to happen to things rather than allow life to happen to you right now. And with this Knight of Swords, I see major lifestyle changes, but also I see you responding differently to difficult circumstances or challenging circumstances. And I see the challenge kind of coming to an end because the World card is present. It tells me that the cycle of difficulty is coming to an end. And now you're just sitting with the lesson, or you're sitting with what it taught you, how strong you are, how capable you are, how you've overcome so much, how many successes you've had in life, wherever you are, in whatever stage of life you are. You've come a long way. And I definitely see here there's a lot more exciting things to come. Now, some of you may also have been dealing with anger, okay? Because when you have a Ten of Swords, a Knight of Swords, a Three of Swords, and a Tower, these can equate to anger or releasing of anger. Now, we do not forgive the past just to let someone else off the hook. That's not it at all, okay? Because the definition of anger really is an emotional punishment for someone else's behavior, for hurting you, you know, or it's like you're hurting yourself, in that process by holding on to that anger. So it's a release. And I feel like right now you're in a period of trying to protect your inner peace. Okay, I mean, we've got a Knight of Swords and a Page of Swords here as well. So it could be there's been a bit of an inner battle, but also maybe cross words or harsh words or, detachment kind of words right now between you and a person. So I feel if, for example, you're a parent, this could be like you and your child trying to understand each other, trying to, honor each other's freedom and point of view and opinion, but at the same time, exert your independence and, try to establish yourself on some sort of grounding where you can have an honest, open conversation. For some of you, this could be with your boss at work, or it could be with your partner. It could be, it feels very much like an end of not being able to express yourself and finding a new way to really open up and have your needs met is what I'm seeing. So whatever walk of life you're in right now, because it is a journey for all of us, I feel right now you're just trying to find your way to get the best out of life that life can offer. And we got the Ace of Swords, all about communication. It's all about breakthroughs. I mean, this is a card of if you're having a discourse with a person that you feel has been tempestuous or difficult, I feel this is about, a conversation of accountability, taking responsibility for actions. So I feel like an olive branch could be offered in the next coming weeks there. But also, if you're not dealing with something like that, this is a breakthrough of achievement, something that you've worked really hard for over a long time. This is the law of karma coming right back to you. You're going to see lots of like meaningful coincidences, double numbers, names, places sort of show up for you that highlights change is afoot, and it's exciting. It's almost offering you a new beginning. Because that Ace of Swords there, as you can see, the cloud is tempestuous. It's almost like you've been through a bit of a storm in life and things have been hard. And now it's the breakthrough point. And the universe is offering you this Ace of Swords as suddenly you know what to do. Especially if you're trying to make a decision, suddenly it will come to you and it's everything that you want it to be. You're going to gain clarity and understanding and you must act on it, especially since you have that Knight of Swords. So if you're currently contemplating the best way forward, because I feel a new start somewhere here is happening for you. Now, this could be a new place that you're locating to. It could be a new way of living, a new diet. It could be a new friendship, could be a new relationship, could be a new job. Whatever it is, it just feels like new. And I feel for some of you, you're actually going to explore old ways of doing things and how you can do them in new ways. Or you may be exploring ideas that you had a long time ago, but now you're almost like revamping them or refreshing them so that you can move forward with them. And I mean, I will pull a card on the Tower energy, but the Tower, along with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, these are like sudden moments of clarity, sudden realizations, sudden epiphanies of just breaking free from a cycle that perhaps has made you feel that life has some way been limited. Okay, because the World card and the Tower are present, this is a cycle, but also the Tower is present to change things. Some of you may also have been dealing with a shocking event in your life, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love, because a Ten of Swords, a Three of Swords, and the Tower, someone who is really close to you, they were your world. Either they've transitioned, and again, I'm sending so much love and so much hugs. So I'm seeing lots of butterflies right now. So if you have lost someone really dear to you that was your world, is your world, I just got corrected by my guides, is your world, because they're still present around you. Butterflies, you're going to see them everywhere, on patterns, on wallpaper, in real life, on cars, stickers, everywhere, butterflies. Okay, so these are signs and symbols that the person who has transitioned, that they are around you and they feel light and free and happy. Okay, and they want you to live life, and they acknowledge that you are in a lot of grief right now, but every time you think about them, they are with you. They are literally with you. So that's coming through, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Again, so much love. There are literally no words, of course, but if I could scooch myself down that camera and just hold you all and just be like, you know what, it's tough. It's the cycle of life is just one tough thing that I don't think any of us really truly comes to terms with. But it's something that's really hard, and I do see you're going to get lots of signs from this person who has transitioned. And with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from this energy now. But I also see some of you who have gone through a major shock, a relationship or friendship that broke up or has changed or you've evolved away from. It may feel a little bit disorientating at this time, but I feel it's allowing space for personal growth is what I see there. And there will be a period later on in life where you both come together to have a really honest, open conversation to heal things. 9 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Hangman with time. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, because the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. Something hurt you or is difficult, challenging, or you're exhausted with it, or even fed up with it. But the Ace of Cups, the Hangman, this could be that, whoever this person is or whatever this situation is, it's really hard right now and you're battling away, but you're also trying to fulfill your heart. And it could be that you're feeling challenged by someone you love dearly. But also I feel it's like with the Hangman, you're learning about the situation, about the person, about yourself in the situation. And with time, things can be more understood. And with accountability and honest, open conversations, I feel there is a breakthrough there. But also I feel a lot of you're trying to follow your true life's purpose, your true north, and it's just hard. And with that 9 of Wands, you're not giving up, you're battling away. I feel like some of you may even be re-evaluating circumstances right now, because I feel questioning is good. I feel like you're paying close attention to see if there's a different path that may be right for you at this point. I feel the goal is the same. We can have a goal, which is at this point here, and we're at the starting point here, and we want the same goal, but the path doesn't always be linear, okay? So sometimes the universe will say, okay, you want to get to Z, do you? Okay, well, you're A now, so I know you want to go straight to Z, but that's just not how life goes. You have to learn a few things. So you've got to go to point B, point C, and along that way, the universe wants us to meet new people, have new experiences, learn different things, and sometimes our sort of journey, it's very sort of on zigzag, okay? It's like, it's not straight. So I feel some of you have been like navigating your way at this time, but I feel like you're going to reach your goal, because if you ever have a knight present in your reading, you probably want this one. I mean, all of them are pretty good, right? But this one is a card that indicates that you're pushing through and you're actually going to accomplish your goals. This knight does not stop until the job is done, whatever the accomplishment is, and then is on to the next. So I feel like you're forward moving at this time. And I also feel this sense that you want to broaden your perspective or broaden your horizons, your parameters, as it were, explore new things in your neighborhood. Maybe you've been in a neighborhood for 20 years or less or more, and you're like, you know what? I never really went across the train tracks to see what that coffee store was all about. I'm going to do that today. So I feel some of you are just looking at the circumstances that you're in and trying to find a really exciting new way to revamp things. Doesn't always have to be that, you're moving and going to a new location. It can be that the way you look at things, your perspective, the way that you conduct yourself, the way that you go from one point to another in the same route every day. And you're like, you know what, today actually I'm going to take a different route, see what other things there are to explore, because this is the card of exploration, to really sort of like be curious about, new things, or something needs a little bit more investigation in your life, because some of you may have even just scratched the surface, especially if you feel that there's a missing ingredient in your life. I feel like you're trying to really be deep in thought, really reflective at this time, to work out what it is that your body or your heart or your mind or your circumstances need right now, and you're going after it, and you're going to accomplish it, and you're going to be then on to the next energy, okay? Now, also, the page is a card to pay attention to your needs, of course, but it's also eager to learn. So I feel, you have an incredible mind and you need to find stimulation. That's why I'm looking at your cards and thinking that some of you may have got into a bit of a cycle of repeat in your life right now, and you're just looking for the alternative outside yourself right now, and you're going to find it. This could be new people, new experiences, new places, and I feel life is about to get really exciting for you right now. And also I feel this is like a breath of fresh air into your life on some situations where you've been feeling stuck. So if you've been in like a long-term marriage, for example, and you love your person dearly and they love you back, but sometimes, you know, we don't mean to take each other for granted. Absolutely not. And I don't see anyone here taking you for granted. But what I see here is, you know, trying to breathe a bit of a fresh spark into the relationship. Do new exciting things. Pick a different holiday destination, or take a quick trip somewhere, for example. Some of you are definitely traveling with that World card and the Knight of Swords. For others, it could be, you know, you may be looking at where you live and think, you know what, I'd love to give this apartment a wonderful sort of fresh lick of paint. I want to rearrange the furniture in some way, because I feel this sense of wanting a breath of fresh air into your life right now. Almost like, you know, a little bit of a late spring clean, okay, depending on where you are in the world, because of course, some of us are in summer months and some of us are in winter months, so it depends on where you are right now, but I feel the sentiment is still the same, okay? So I'm just going to get some final cards, and I do want to pull one card. I was going to say on that Tower, and here is the Tower again for you, but I want to pull a separate card on that Tower, okay, just to see what it really represents for you. Can you please clarify that Tower, because we've got it twice now. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. You know, the Tower can also represent being a tower of power, a pillar of strength, you know, a beacon of light in other people's storm sometimes. And it's about establishing healthy boundaries with people and what you can offer them and what the exchange is between each other. But also the Tower can represent, you know, your foundations being shook with something. It could be an idea, an event, but it's almost like you're in the rebuilding stages of something, and now you're building back stronger, because the Tower only happens, it shakes to make everything that is not stable or not healthy in our lives to fall away. It's not to be feared. It actually helps our path. Each major arcana card is there to signify a moment of our journey. And we all go through every card on the major arcana, okay? We go from the Fool card right up to the World card and back again. So I feel right now, you know, I just heard the sun will come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar. Okay, so that's coming out. So you may hear that song in the next coming weeks or months. This indicates that, you know, I feel like you're through the worst of it. Whatever it is that you've been sort of dealing with that's been very challenging. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you've been going through a challenging project at work, or it's been challenging trying to find work, or things have been difficult in a relationship or a friendship or in a neighborhood. It just feels that things are going to get infinitely better, but I feel like you've now got a new perspective on it, and you can take those lessons with you to the next stage of your life. So let me see, Tower. Wow, if you know my readings, you'll know that a Tower is always partnered with a Wheel of Fortune, okay? Some surprises, because the Tower can literally mean surprise. Some surprises are not negative. They can be really positive, a change of fortune. And you've got the Queen of Pentacles there. So for some of you, this could be a financial sort of multiplying of wealth. It could also be, you know, some good luck for you and your family finally after a very challenging time. It could also be an energy of, you know, basically finding comfort in your life, or trying to change our idea of what comfort is. Because sometimes, you know, to be comfortable, you know, if I'm thinking about comfort, I'm thinking I'm going to be on that sofa and I'm going to be having a biscuit and a cup of coffee and I'm all cozy in front of my favorite show, and, you know, it's all good. But if I do that every day, forever, that's going to be pretty limiting, but also I'm going to start to feel really bored with it. So it's really important to sort of look at habits and your idea of comfort and coming out of comfort zones in order to experience new things. But also with that Queen of Pentacles there, this can also indicate that, you know, you're in a really secure place, and change, it happens around us all the time. That is the one constant in our life. And I feel, you know, this is about you acknowledging who gets access to you in your life, who you really care about, your nearest and dearest, that you are protected during difficult times, and that things are going to to change for the better. I mean, for some of you, and I'm not saying go out and buy a lottery ticket, but with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles, that can also indicate a small financial win coming in. So it could be that if you're in a working environment that you're going to get a bonus, or it could also be that if you like do the lottery or a scratch card or something like that, there could be a small win on that. So I'm not saying go out there and do it, because it's going to be like, I'm actually seeing about 7% of my beautiful Pisceans winning a little bit of money there. So I'm just going to leave that there. But we got the Tower as your final cards. And it says here, by withstanding the coming challenges, your future will be bright. Very important that you acknowledge that, because your next card is the Sun, which is brightness, light, happiness, joy, success. It says here, seeing things as you want them to be in order to make them become that way. So sometimes we must visualize what it is we want in exactly the way that we want it, because that's our order to the universe. It's a cosmic order that says, this is how I see my life, like I'm living it now. See yourself living it now, and it shall be so. It will become your reality. Remember, Einstein said about the vibrations, when you match the vibration of the thing that you want, because it exists in the future, whatever it is you want, it exists in your future. And then you match the frequency and it becomes your present. So that's thoughts becoming things. And because you have so many thoughts here with all the swords cards, this is a very important time for you to focus on what it is you want. Be really direct in your communication, not just to the people around you, but also to the universe, to see your vision come to life. And we've also got the Sun here. You are approaching a moment that has the potential to change your life. As I said, this is life-changing stuff here. Take full advantage of this time and you will achieve a future of endless possibility, but also joy and success. The Sun card is all about happiness. It's about embracing the joys in life and leaving the confusion or the darkness behind. And this is about being confident in the wonderful you. But I also feel, especially when it's partnered with the Tower, because, the Sun does come after, it's 3 cards on after the Tower card there. This is about an awakening. Something in your life is changing and you're seeing it from a different viewpoint, and it's going to be very, very positive for you long term. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, so we have an arrow, okay? And I always connect this to Mars. So this is about taking action. It's about being direct. It's about hitting your targets, okay? And it's really about knowing what it is that you want, focusing on things. I feel it's very futuristic there. Again, we've got the eye, okay? So this is about you opening your vision, thinking about whatever it is that you want, seeing it in your mind's eye. Thoughts really do become things. A lot of you may be focused on your third eye opening right now. So I feel some of you could actually be doing some spiritual work in that area to gain a little bit more clarity, but also to develop psychic abilities, or even develop your spiritual gifts in some way so that you can open yourself up more to your intuition. But I feel this is really about you seeing things clearer at this time. And also you've got a very important rune there. This is the protection rune, okay? This is the giant rune there. So I really feel that you're protected during challenging and changing times, and things are going to get infinitely better. New ideas, new projects, new people, new experiences, new places. And I feel things are about to take a turn for a little bit more adventure. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Pisceans. It's only a short one there. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisces. Love and light.